a letter to my Bella. My dearest Bella, honey, as I read this, my heart feels both heavy and full. Heavy because I miss you more than words can express, and full because your life, though brief, was filled with so much light and love. Though she be but little, she is fierce. From the moment you were born, you were my beacon of hope and bravery, and soon became that for millions of others as you shone your light through the massive medical struggles you faced. You took on each day with a strength that was nothing short of miraculous and showed doctors across the world miracles still happen. You were not just my daughter, you were an inspiration to countless children fighting big battles just like you. Your courage gave them hope and reminded them that no matter how small, they are never too tiny to fight big battles. Your ability to calm and comfort was a gift you embodied. Dad and I have a fond memory of when you were asked to host Telemiracle. Prior to hosting, you were invited to judge auditions. One performer was a 40-year-old gentleman who got nervous before his performance, and you interjected after one of his false starts to tell him, "Never be scared to sing, just be brave." It was exactly what he needed to hear. You were fiercely active from the first kick in my ribs all the way through the many sports you enjoyed throughout your childhood: dance, soccer, cheer, gymnastics, swimming, ziplining, and more. There was nothing you wouldn't try at least once. You had no fear, ever. From gladly accepting dares to eat silly lunch food combinations with your classmates, to gracefully teaching millions how to face fear with a smile. The way you taught us to be brave is unmatched and forever keeps me in awe of your strength and your love. Your confidence was something else. What's most remarkable is that you never once complained about your size. Though you were born with dwarfism, you had the confidence of a giant. You loved being unique and saw it as a superpower. One day, while walking through the mall in Saskatoon, a toddler pointed at you and said, "Baby." Completely unfazed, you continued on unbothered, recognizing that the toddler was just innocently confused. But your brother, maybe only a year older than that young child, did not. Waylon got very upset and loudly proclaimed, "Bella is not a baby." You proudly fawned over your protective, supportive brother. It was sweet and endearing to see how much it meant to you for him to stick up for you. With faith the size of a mustard seed, you will move mountains. You had a special connection with God that was evident in everything you did. Your faith was unwavering, and through that faith, you found so much joy. Despite facing astronomical medical challenges, your faith never wavered, not even the slightest. Any mountain you faced, you told it to move, and it moved, even if your approach was as effortless as a nonchalant meh. Like your response to having a bowel transplant. Mountains were easy for you to move, and this strength you embodied has inspired millions. What was daunting for others was simply a bump in the road for you. There was nothing you couldn't get through without your stuffy animal by your side. Larry the lynx, Charlotte the kitty, and Rosie your bunny were the sweetest of sidekicks through your many surgeries and hospital stays. Yet they also always managed to be involved on the silliest of adventures too, like slides at the park, air ambulance rides, walking mummy to and from the Ronald McDonald House laundry room. Small but mighty, you held the strength of a giant over rare disease and conditions that made you small. I remember your independence as your strongest quality. It was important to you. You hated to ask for help, even when you so obviously needed it. I remember moments when I saw you struggle, but my medical mama heart could not stand to see you struggle, even for a moment, especially on the days that we were not in hospital. But whenever I offered to help, you often snapped back with a hint of frustration in your voice, "I can do it myself." Though I think it may have mostly been me who saw this side of you, I feel like you often enjoyed being catered to by others and loved displaying your queen bee princess persona. I see this now, especially since my mama heart melted so often when you would sit me down. If you saw me stressed or sad and you'd say, Mom, everything's gonna be okay. Just take 3 deep breaths with me. Mom, I think you need a break. Don't worry. And just take a break. You'd often tell me out of the blue that you not only love me, but you appreciate how much I do for you. You're a diamond, dear. You cannot be broken. Sweetheart, you had a remarkable gift for understanding people's feelings. It was as if you could see into their hearts and heal them with just a smile. Your crystal blue eyes, or as you like to call them, ice blue, could melt the strongest of souls, and your loving stare opened up hearts that had long been closed. And your giggle, it was the most precious, energizing sound in the world. And I remember the last couple times I heard your belly laugh. We were walking with your unit nurse to X-ray in the giant sick kids hospital that we knew like the back of our hands. But your nurse did not. I joked about inventing a new code for that lost nurse, and we called it Code Purple. As I pretended to call a code purple for the lost nurse over the intercom, your Bella belly laugh filled the halls of that hospital. Your love of humor was my favorite. Pranks were your favorite. You wished every day was April Fool's Day and often would start planning your next April Fool's Day pranks on April 2nd. Your love of googly eye pranks began when I first stuck them all around the hospital, because that pesky IV pole wouldn't let you easily go outside. What started as a fun treasure hunt turned into your favorite prank. Every hospital stay, we would leave googly eyes in hopes of bringing a little chuckle to all the kids living in hospital like you did. Sweetheart, you were a force to be reckoned with. You were not only a philanthropist, but an ambassador for not just 1, but 2 Canadian children's hospitals. You gave selflessly as an educator who taught through example. And wise beyond your years. You touched more lives in your time here than many adults do in a lifetime. Honey, I promise you, as I move forward, I will carry you with me in everything I do. Your legacy, your bravery, and joy will continue to inspire me and everyone who knew you. My beautiful Bella, you are missed beyond measure, but your spirit lives on in our hearts and in the lives of those you've touched. Until we meet again, my sweet girl, I'll hold you in my heart forever with love, with all my love. Mom?